Hello everyone. We had looked into the different aspects of ethics. In today's session, we will be looking upon what is business ethics and what are the characteristics of business ethics. How ethics is being applied in business and what are the characteristics. These will be the two things which will be dealt in this session. So, business ethics is a study of business situations and activities and decisions where issues of right and wrong are addressed. So, personal ethics is something which is the set of moral values that form the character and conduct of a person. And business ethics is that set of principles or reasons which should govern the conduct of business, whether at the individual or collective level. So basically, how the business is being conducted by an individual or by the group. That set of principles which governs the conduct of business in an individual and collective level is called as business ethics. There are many definitions of business ethics. One which we already seen. Business ethics is the study of business situations, activities and decisions where issues of right and wrong are addressed. Next one, it is a study of moral rightness or wrongness of acts involved in the different fields of management or business, which is production, distribution, and exchange of economic goods and services. Another definition is it deals with the values of what is right and wrong, good and bad, moral and immoral in business or relationships. For example, even though business is an economic activities which is intended to make profit by satisfying the needs of customers, we have to ensure that when we are trying to maximize the profit, that time itself we are being acting morally correct. For example, we are not supposed to have adultery in food or other substances if you are into that food industry or you are dealing with uh, the edible things. Okay, so each business has its own moral values associated to it which need to be followed. It is either this business ethics can be written or unwritten codes of principles and values that govern decisions and actions within a company which will have an impact on its stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders of business? Customers, employees, suppliers, creditors, then the shareholders, all those people, and society as a whole. So, all those people's interests need to be taken care of. So, that is about business ethics. Now, next one is characteristics of business ethics. Okay, so there are mainly 12 characteristics for business ethics. First one is principle, discipline. Business ethics is based on principles, and these principles govern and guide the business people to perform business functions. So it is basically a discipline. Okay, it is something where it is being regulated by or based on the principles of how we have to behave to perform business functions. Second one, it is art, science, and both. It is both an art and science. since it is based on principles and scientific observations and experimentation, it is a science. It is an art because it emphasizes in the practical application of the principles. Okay, it is not just studying the principle, it is based on the practical application of the principles. So it is both science as well as art. It depicts the principles of business behaviors, ethical standards, moral values, decisions, etc. Okay, so it is both art and science. Next one, it is dynamic. It is ever changing. Okay, it is not static, it is dynamic, wherein it continuously tests the rules and moral standards, and based on the societal need, these rules will be modified or changed. For example, since it is being developed based on theology, many things have changed based on the need of the hour. Certain things will be added or removed from the rules or the principles which is being guiding the societal norms. So based on that, the ethics aspect will also change. So it is dynamic. Fourth one, it is an ancient concept. It has its root from very early times. It is mainly concerned with the development of human civilization. As the civilization emerged, the ethical values which govern that particular civilization also emerged. So it is a very ancient concept. Next one, theological base. If you check business ethics, basically whatever norms and values are being told or the principles which govern ethics, business ethics are derived from some religious philosophy or theological base is there from which it has evolved. For example, the business ethics have become possible due to the different theological principles such as sincerity, human welfare, service, behavior, all those things. Based on that, this business ethics have developed. Next one is study of goals and means. Okay, business ethics is a study of goals and means for the rational selection of sacred objects and their fulfillment. It is not just the end which is important, the way in which it was attained is also equally important. For example, it is not important like how much you make, it is as important as how much profit you made. The other question, how you made it. So business should be something which should be legal, which should give more moral goodness, which should be right, which will earn profit, but how we are earning profit is equally important. So it is business ethics is a study of both goals and means. Next one, it is based on social reality and customs. Uh, Business ethics is not based on emotion, it is based on reality and social customs prevailing in business environment. So whatever the societal norms are there, based on that, your business ethics will be developed. Next one, relating to human aspect. Okay, it studies the activities, decision, and behavior which are related with human beings. So it is more based on the behavior and the values of the people or the individuals. Next one, universal application. Since business is done all over the world, the universal application of ethics is also there. So it is applied, ethics is applied all throughout the place or all throughout the world. Next one, develops personal dignity. The ethical principles develop the personal dignity. Okay, like if you are giving dignity to an individual, naturally we can make sure that the ethical behavior is being encouraged. And if you are not able to give that dignity to an individual, unethical behaviors may occur. Next one, differ with individual perspective. Sometimes the ethical decisions differ with individual perspectives of different person. For example, the different companies being following different ways of working will be somehow be influenced by the leadership or the person who is heading that particular organization. So based on the individual perspective also, the business ethics may change. Next one, keeps harmony. It keeps harmony between different roles of businessmen with every citizen, customer, owner, and investor. That means there is a harmony which is taking place in, in all levels of its stakeholders. So these are the characteristics of business ethics. It is a discipline. It is based on certain principle. It's both art and science. It is dynamic. It is not static. It is an ancient concept. It is based on theology. It uh, does not limit itself to the goals. It studies both the goals and mean, then based on social reality and customs, and it is something which is related to the human aspects and individual perspectives. It is universal application since the businesses all over the world. It develops personal dignity. It is believed that if you're giving dignity to a individual, naturally you are enhancing the ethical behavior. Next one, differ with individual perspective. It differs from person to person and keeps harmony. That means it keeps a good relationship between all its stakeholders. So, in today's session, we have dealt with what do you mean by business ethics and what are the characteristics of business ethics. Thank you.